Most men past 50 are absolutely convinced that drinking more water is always the answer. 8 glasses a day, keep yourself hydrated. You've heard this advice 1,000 times over, haven't you? But here's what nobody ever mentions. If you're still drinking plain water after 50, you could be overlooking one of the easiest ways to revive your energy, strengthen your circulation, and yes, improve your performance where it counts most. I know that sounds hard to believe, but stay with me. I'm Dr. Amanda Brooks, urologist and men's health specialist. Today, I want to show you something that has the potential to completely change how your body operates from the inside out. No pills, no pricey supplements, and nothing artificial. As a physician, I've dedicated years to studying how men age, why their energy fades, why their vitality drains away, why that reliable morning firmness gradually disappears. And it all traces back to one tiny molecule that the vast majority of men have never even heard of. It's called nitric oxide. This single molecule governs blood flow throughout your entire body. When your nitric oxide levels are high, your blood vessels open wide with ease. Circulation flows freely. Your heart, your brain, and yes, your masculinity all receive the oxygen and nutrients they depend on. But once you cross 50, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide drops sharply, sometimes by more than half. That's the real reason you feel slower, weaker, and less like the man you remember being. And here's the part that catches everyone off guard. Plain water does absolutely nothing to help your body rebuild nitric oxide. It provides zero of the raw materials your system needs to manufacture it. Picture your body as a factory. Water keeps the lights running, but without the proper ingredients on the assembly line, production grinds to a halt. That's exactly what's happening inside your blood vessels right this moment. They're clean, they're hydrated, but they're running on empty. That's why you might look perfectly fine on the outside, but underneath the surface, your circulation is weakening. Your energy is evaporating, and your confidence is quietly slipping through your fingers. But here's the encouraging part. You can turn this around. And it begins with what you put into your water. Not coffee, not energy drinks, but simple natural compounds that signal your body to start manufacturing nitric oxide again. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, it's pure science. Real biology that delivers results when you feed your body the correct fuel. And in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly which ingredients to add to convert your ordinary glass of water into the most powerful circulation drink you've ever tasted. Stay right here because the first one is so simple, it's probably already sitting in your kitchen. Now let me explain why nitric oxide is so absolutely essential for every man over 50. Think of nitric oxide as the ignition switch that keeps your entire body running at full capacity. When you were younger, your body churned out plenty of it. That's why you could spring out of bed bursting with energy, power through a full day of work, and still have vitality and drive left over at night. But as the decades pass, your natural nitric oxide production steadily declines, and everything starts to feel different. Your circulation weakens, your heart has to push harder. Recovery after physical activity takes longer and longer. Even your thinking feels cloudy and slow. And the most visible sign of all, when blood can't flow freely, performance can't flow either, especially in the areas that matter most. I witness this every single day in my practice. Men who appear healthy on the surface, but underneath, their blood vessels are tightening, their cells are deteriorating, and their nitric oxide reserves are running dangerously low. When nitric oxide drops, you lose your energy, your endurance, your mental sharpness, and your self-assurance. And that's deeply unfair because most men have absolutely no idea this is happening inside them. No doctor ever sat them down and explained how to reverse it. But here's what makes nitric oxide so extraordinary. It's the molecule that commands your blood vessels to relax, to widen, to let more oxygen, more nutrients, and more life surge through your system. That translates to stronger circulation to the heart, sharper brain function, faster muscle recovery, and yes, better firmness and vitality. When nitric oxide levels climb back up, you don't just feel younger, your body genuinely begins acting younger. It's like rediscovering the man you used to be. And here's the best part of all. You don't need medications or surgical procedures to make this happen. Your body already knows exactly how to do it. It simply needs the right building blocks. That's why starting right now, I want you to stop viewing water as just something you drink to stay hydrated. Start seeing it as a delivery vehicle, a transport system for vitality itself. When you add certain natural enhancers to your water, you hand your body everything it requires to restart the nitric oxide engine. Now let's clear up a widespread misunderstanding. Yes, water is essential. Your body depends on it for every process imaginable. Digestion, temperature regulation, metabolism, all of it requires proper hydration. But plain water by itself doesn't supply your body with the fuel it actually needs to create nitric oxide. Think of your body as an engine. Water keeps the oil circulating, but without the right type of fuel, that engine just sits there idling. It never moves you forward. That's precisely what happens inside your blood vessels after 50. Your nitric oxide factory begins slowing down. Your cells grow less responsive. You're drinking water faithfully, but the production line is operating on fumes. Your body requires specific ingredients, nitrates, amino acids, antioxidants, to ignite the nitric oxide process. Without them, you're merely keeping the factory lights on without producing a single unit. That's why so many men tell me, "Doctor, I drink water all day long, but I still feel exhausted, heavy, and my energy completely crashes every afternoon." It's not water's fault. It's what's absent from the water. And when your nitric oxide production stalls out, you notice it in every part of your life. You breathe harder going up a flight of stairs. You lose that effortless confidence in intimate moments. You wake up feeling drained instead of recharged. It's not simply aging. It's compromised circulation driven by low nitric oxide. Now here's the bright side. You can reactivate this entire system naturally by adding just a handful of natural enhancers to your daily water. You can bring that nitric oxide factory roaring back to life. I've watched this transformation unfold in countless men. Within days, they notice improved vigor, brighter mood, and yes, stronger morning responses. Blood flow returns, cells reawaken, and everything just begins working more smoothly. So if plain water falls short, what exactly do you add? The first ingredient is bright red, naturally sweet, and slightly earthy. It's very likely sitting in your refrigerator right now. And the moment you start adding it to your morning glass, you'll feel a difference in less than a week. Here's where the real transformation begins. The first ingredient every man over 50 should be adding to his water is beet powder. Yes, beets. That deep crimson root vegetable your grandmother probably prepared for Sunday dinner. As it turns out, it's one of nature's most potent tools for restoring blood flow and physical vitality. Beets are packed with natural nitrates. When you consume these nitrates, your body converts them first into nitrites and then into nitric oxide. That's the exact molecule that controls blood vessel relaxation and healthy circulation. What makes beets genuinely remarkable is that this conversion pathway doesn't rely heavily on your aging endothelial cells. When you use beets, you're giving your body an alternate route. You're bypassing the slower, age-related decline and allowing your system to generate nitric oxide efficiently once again. Scientific studies have confirmed this repeatedly. Just one glass of beet-enriched water can measurably increase circulation within hours. That means more oxygen reaching the brain, more endurance in the muscles, and more responsiveness throughout the body. We're not talking about caffeine or stimulants or synthetic tablets. We're talking about your own body reconstructing the natural chemistry of youth. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, you stir 1 to 2 teaspoons of beet powder into a tall glass of water. Deep red, earthy, mildly sweet. You drink the entire glass. Within hours, you feel sharper, more alert. Even your blood pressure begins to improve as those vessels open up and relax. Men who begin their day with beet water consistently report more stable energy throughout the entire day. No dramatic spikes, no afternoon crashes, just steady, youthful power humming along. It's also one of the best-kept secrets for enhancing circulation in the bedroom. Improved blood flow directly translates to stronger firmness, greater stamina, and more satisfaction for both you and your partner. The beauty of it is how straightforward it is. It's natural, and it works. Now, I'll be honest with you, Beets on their own can produce impressive results, but when you pair them with the next ingredient, the effects multiply in a way that will genuinely surprise you. The second addition to your enhanced water is as powerful as it is ancient: pomegranate. That deep ruby fruit bursting with tiny jewel-like seeds. But what most people don't realize is that pomegranate isn't merely a delicious fruit. It's a natural nitric oxide guardian. Here's what I mean by that. When your body produces nitric oxide, it doesn't linger in your bloodstream indefinitely. It breaks down rapidly, especially when your body is dealing with stress, chronic inflammation, or exposure to toxins and poor dietary choices. That's precisely where pomegranate steps in. Pomegranate is overflowing with polyphenols, which are exceptionally powerful antioxidants. These compounds function like personal bodyguards for your nitric oxide. They prevent it from degrading too quickly, allowing it to remain active longer and keep your blood flowing freely. Think of it in simple terms. Beets turn on the faucet. Pomegranate keeps the water running strong. Together, they're an unbeatable combination. Research has demonstrated that pomegranate supplementation can dramatically enhance blood vessel flexibility, reduce blood pressure readings, and increase nitric oxide availability in the bloodstream. Participants who consumed pomegranate extract experienced measurably better circulation within just a few weeks, particularly in the regions that matter most for men's health. And when your circulation improves, everything improves along with it. Clearer thinking, more oxygen flooding the muscles, stronger vigor in both the gym and the bedroom. Pomegranate also indirectly supports healthy testosterone levels by improving blood flow to the glands responsible for hormone regulation. It helps your entire system stay balanced and energized. Take a teaspoon of pomegranate powder or a tablespoon of pure extract and stir it directly into your morning water alongside the beets. The combination creates a rich red drink that not only tastes wonderful, but works at the deepest levels of your biology. You'll begin to feel lighter, more mentally sharp, more genuinely alive. This pairing of beets and pomegranate is backed by robust science. Dozens of clinical studies document measurable improvements in vascular function, oxygen delivery, and physical vitality. This isn't marketing hype. This is biology functioning exactly as it should. But we're far from finished. There's another ingredient that operates through a completely different biological system, and it's one your body absolutely thrives on. You'll find it inside something sweet, refreshing, and surprisingly effective. Our next enhancer comes straight from the peak of summer: watermelon. Yes, watermelon. That fresh, juicy fruit you've adored since you were a kid is one of nature's most underappreciated secrets for blood flow, endurance, and nitric oxide production. Watermelon contains a powerful amino acid called citrulline. Your body converts citrulline into L-arginine, and arginine serves as the direct fuel for manufacturing nitric oxide. Think of citrulline as the supply truck delivering fresh, raw materials straight to your nitric oxide factory floor. What makes citrulline particularly special is that it's vastly more efficient than taking arginine supplements directly. Arginine gets rapidly broken down in your digestive tract, so only a fraction ever reaches your bloodstream. Citrulline sidesteps this problem entirely. It absorbs smoothly and travels directly to your cells, where it converts into arginine right at the point where nitric oxide is actually being produced. You're fueling the system from the inside out. Men who supplement with citrulline daily show measurable improvements in circulation, vascular flexibility, and even erectile firmness scores. This isn't coincidence. This is biochemistry performing exactly as nature designed. Now picture this. You already have beets generating nitric oxide and pomegranate keeping it active and protected. When you introduce citrulline, you're unlocking an entirely second pathway for even greater nitric oxide output. Beets and pomegranate primarily work through the nitrate to nitrite pathway. Citrulline powers the enzymatic pathway. Two distinct biological systems producing one extraordinary result. Add half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of L-citrulline powder to your morning glass alongside beets and pomegranate. It dissolves easily and has a mild, faintly sweet taste. Most men begin noticing the difference within the very first week. Workouts feel less taxing. Endurance climbs noticeably. And yes, that morning confidence makes its quiet return. This trio, beets, pomegranate, and watermelon citrulline, forms the foundation of your enhanced water protocol. But let's keep going because your nitric oxide factory isn't just about production volume. It's also about the structural health of the blood vessels themselves. And there's a plant extract that functions like a skilled mechanic for your arteries. It's called pine bark extract, and it's the fourth powerhouse joining your formula. This one might catch you off guard. It doesn't come from a fruit or a vegetable. It comes from trees, specifically from the bark of the French maritime pine. And what it accomplishes inside your body is genuinely extraordinary. This extract, known as pycnogenol, is one of the most extensively researched natural compounds for improving circulation and restoring vascular health. Visualize your blood vessels as flexible highways. When you're young, those highways are smooth, wide, and expansive. But after 50, they start to stiffen and narrow. Inflammation, oxidative damage, and decades of pressure begin taking their toll. That's exactly where pine bark extract enters the picture. It helps rejuvenate endothelial cells, the very same cells responsible for producing nitric oxide. It shields them from damage, reduces inflammation within vessel walls, and helps them function the way they did decades earlier. Think of it as a complete tune-up for your entire vascular system. It restores flexibility, improves responsiveness, and helps your nitric oxide levels climb naturally once again. When you combine pine bark extract with citrulline or arginine, the results are amplified significantly. Clinical research shows that men who used both together experienced meaningful improvements in erectile function, blood pressure control, and physical vitality within just a few weeks. That's why I call pine bark extract the silent amplifier. It doesn't just increase nitric oxide production on its own, it makes every other ingredient you're taking perform even better. You only need a small amount, roughly a quarter teaspoon per day, of a high-quality standardized extract. And because it's loaded with antioxidants, it simultaneously supports your skin health, your cardiovascular system, and your cognitive function. Many men tell me that after a few weeks on this complete formula, they don't just perform better, they look more vibrant. Skin tone improves, eyes appear brighter, and they feel a wave of confidence they haven't experienced in years. That's what authentic biological repair looks like. Now, if you've been keeping count, you already have 4 powerful ingredients working together in harmony: beets, pomegranate, citrulline, and pine bark extract. But we can push this one level further by adding something that not only amplifies nitric oxide, but also delivers a complete spectrum of natural nutrients. Let's discuss the 5th enhancer, green vegetable powders. I'm talking about spinach powder, kale powder, or a quality blended greens formula. These humble green vegetables are loaded with the same type of nitrates found in beets, but with an important distinction. They also bring along a full array of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that your body uses to repair and reinforce blood vessel walls. Most men over 50 simply don't consume enough green vegetables. And even if you make the effort, you'd need to eat multiple large salads every day to match the nitrate concentration packed into just 1 teaspoon of green vegetable powder. When you combine greens with beets, you're supplying your body with a broader range of natural nitrate sources. Think of it as cross-training for your arteries. Beets activate one pathway, greens strengthen a complementary one, and the benefits extend well beyond nitric oxide alone. These powders also deliver vitamin K, folate, magnesium, and phytonutrients that support your liver function, help balance your hormones, and increase energy production at the cellular level. When you drink this combination regularly, you're not merely improving blood flow, you're nourishing your body on every level simultaneously. If you've been feeling sluggish, if you wake up without motivation, or if you've noticed your drive isn't what it once was, it's not just the calendar. It's insufficient circulation and depleted cellular fuel. That's exactly what these greens help restore. 1 teaspoon per day is all it takes. Add it to your morning glass alongside beets and pomegranate. It gives your drink a rich, deep, reddish-green tone, and every sip feels like you're awakening your entire system from the inside. This is how you reverse the effects of time on your body, not through shortcuts, but by providing your body with precisely what it genuinely needs. And if you're ready to take this even further, The next enhancer might genuinely surprise you. Let's introduce two ancient remedies that work beautifully as a pair: ginger and hibiscus. If beets are the builder and pomegranate is the protector, then ginger and hibiscus are the energizers. They spark your circulation awake and clear away whatever's been slowing it down. Ginger contains active compounds called gingerols, and studies have shown these naturally boost nitric oxide production. Simultaneously, they combat inflammation, the silent destroyer of healthy blood vessels. Chronic inflammation gradually stiffens and damages your arteries over time. When this happens, blood can't move smoothly, vessels can't expand properly, and your entire nitric oxide system starts breaking down. Ginger helps reverse this process. It calms inflammation, maintains arterial flexibility, and allows nitric oxide to do its work efficiently. Plus, there's an immediate perk. Ginger gives your enhanced water a subtle warmth and gentle spice. It's genuinely pleasant to drink and wakes you up from the inside out. Now pair that with hibiscus, a brilliant red flower celebrated for centuries for its heart-protective properties. Hibiscus is rich in anthocyanins, the same potent antioxidants responsible for its stunning crimson color. These compounds help relax blood vessel walls, lower blood pressure, and promote healthy nitric oxide activity throughout your system. In traditional medicine, hibiscus tea has been used for generations to cool the body, relieve tension, and strengthen the heart. Modern research validates every bit of it. Regular hibiscus consumption can reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in a matter of weeks. When you combine ginger and hibiscus together, the result is something remarkable. Ginger warms the body, stimulates nitric oxide, and fights inflammation. Hibiscus cools the system, relaxes vessels, and enhances blood flow. Together, they create perfect balance. And the taste, slightly tart, slightly spicy, refreshing, and invigorating, transforms your daily enhanced water into something you genuinely look forward to drinking. This is the key to staying consistent. When it tastes good, you'll drink it every single day without fail. Add roughly 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder and 1/2 teaspoon of hibiscus powder to your mix. Adjust the proportions until the flavor suits your personal taste. And as you drink this daily, you'll notice something subtle but unmistakable. Your body feels lighter, your mood more even, your energy more grounded and stable. That's what real circulatory improvement feels like. Every cell in your body starts to come alive again. But we still have one more category of ingredients that brings everything together. Something most men already love but never realized could actually strengthen their blood flow. It's rich, it's dark, and yes, it's chocolate. Let's talk about cocoa and tart cherry, a delicious combination that works deep within your vascular system. Real cocoa, the dark, unsweetened kind used in clinical research, is packed with flavanols, plant compounds that strengthen blood vessel walls and teach them to expand more effectively when your body demands increased blood flow. As men age, arteries lose their flexibility. They can't open as rapidly when the body needs a surge of blood, whether during exercise or during intimacy. Cocoa flavanols essentially train your blood vessels to respond faster and with greater force. When your body does this efficiently, you feel your stamina improving. Recovery becomes easier, and your performance, in every meaning of the word, starts coming back to life. Now add tart cherry to the equation. This vibrant red fruit is loaded with anthocyanins, just like hibiscus. But tart cherry contributes something additional. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, helping your nitric oxide remain active for longer periods. It also supports muscle recovery, improves sleep quality, and helps restore energy overnight. Many men completely underestimate how crucial quality sleep is for nitric oxide production. Your blood vessels undergo repair while you rest, so when you sleep better, you build stronger circulation automatically. Together, cocoa and tart cherry create something truly special. Cocoa activates blood flow in the moment. Tart cherry preserves and rebuilds overnight. It's a complete 24-hour support system for your circulation and your vitality. Add 1 teaspoon of pure unsweetened cocoa powder and 1/2 teaspoon of tart cherry powder to your enhanced water mix. You can even prepare it warm, creating an energizing morning chocolate drink. No sugar, no caffeine jitters, just smooth, natural power coursing through your system. Men who adopt this daily practice frequently report feeling clearer, calmer, and more in tune with their bodies. They don't experience that familiar afternoon crash. They sleep more soundly at night, and their performance in workouts and in intimate moments feels quietly but noticeably enhanced. At this point, you've constructed a truly incredible foundation with all these powerful ingredients working in concert. Now that you understand the ingredients, let's discuss how to make them work for you in real life. Because this isn't simply about what you drink. It's when you drink it and how consistently you show up that separates minor improvement from genuine transformation. Think of nitric oxide like a light switch. You can't flip it once and expect the room to stay bright forever. You have to keep feeding that circuit every single day. Here's the essential principle. Consistency builds momentum. The men who experience the most dramatic results are the ones who weave this habit into their daily routine until it becomes automatic. Begin your day with a glass of your nitric oxide enhanced water. It ignites your circulation, hydrates your cells at the deepest level, and primes your entire energy system for the hours ahead. Then have a second glass in the early afternoon, right before that familiar energy dip typically strikes. This second serving keeps your nitric oxide levels stable during your most productive and active hours. If you execute this correctly, you'll start detecting subtle shifts within days. Your energy won't collapse in the afternoon. Your physical activity will feel smoother and more effortless. You'll sleep more deeply at night. And yes, that morning confidence will quietly make its way back. But don't try to rush the process. Genuine transformation unfolds over weeks because you're not simply boosting nitric oxide for a single day. You're healing the very system that produces it. Your arteries are regaining their flexibility. Your endothelial cells are coming back online. Now let's address quality. Not all powders are made equal. When purchasing beets, pomegranate, or any supplement powder, seek out organic, non-GMO, third-party tested sources. You want purity above all else. No fillers, no synthetic additives, no hidden sugars that sabotage the entire effect. Here's a straightforward formula to get you started. 1 to 2 teaspoons of beet powder, 1 teaspoon of pomegranate, half to 1 teaspoon of citrulline, a quarter teaspoon of pine bark, 1 teaspoon of green vegetable powder, a quarter teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of hibiscus, 1 teaspoon of cocoa, and half a teaspoon of tart cherry. Blend everything together once, store it dry in a sealed container, and take 2 to 3 tablespoons daily mixed into water. Find the taste too earthy? Squeeze in some fresh lemon or add a few drops of natural stevia. Even better, lemon provides vitamin C, which offers additional protection for your nitric oxide. You can also divide your mix into 2 separate drinks, one in the morning and one mid-afternoon, to maintain stable levels throughout the entire day. Remember, results don't come from perfection, they come from consistency. This is a lifestyle upgrade, not a temporary experiment. So now you understand the truth. Plain water keeps you alive, but enhanced water helps you truly thrive. For men over 50, this is the gap between aging passively and actively reclaiming your vitality. You've learned how nitric oxide is the master key to blood flow, energy, endurance, and confidence. You've discovered how simple, natural ingredients can rebuild your body from the inside out. This isn't magic, it's biology. It's your body performing exactly what it was designed to do when you supply it with the right tools. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, mix your first glass of enhanced water, and take that first sip. Within days, you feel lighter, more focused, more genuinely alive. Blood flows more freely, workouts feel smoother, and yes, your confidence in intimate moments quietly returns without you having to force a thing. That's what happens when you support your nitric oxide system naturally. No pills, no side effects, just intelligent nutrition combined with daily consistency. And here's the most exciting part. It keeps getting better with time. Because the longer you do this, the more your body remembers how to stay young on the inside. Your arteries rebuild their flexibility. Your cells communicate more efficiently.